already answered. Yes.
All right. Last two questions. So you said that the February 14, 2025 DOJ certification found your findings or your investigation or the case that you filed sufficient.
Based on the certification, the DOJ stated that you have complied all the elements of the crime charge, sir.
All right. So this DOJ evaluation, does this amount to a final verdict of guilt or innocence by VP Sara?
Your Honor, ang maliwanag ho doon, for purposes of preliminary investigation. Wala akong sinabing na final verdict, Your Honor.
All right. So you also mentioned the concept of open source investigation.
Yes, sir.
Does this include internet browsing?
Yes, sir.
So you Google search, kasama ba yun?
Yes, sir.
So you Google search mga news articles, websites, videos, correct?
Yes, sir.
Including mga YouTube videos.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll show you a short video.
Sila na katabi ko yan sila sa tulog. Yan yung worry ko, yung aking mga anak. Dahil nawalan sila ng nanay. Yan yung hindi ko kasi magawa remotely, yung pagiging nanay. Pero yung trabaho dito at trabaho dyan sa Pilipinas, kung saan man ako, ay magawa ko siya remotely.
Open source investigation. Did you encounter this video?
Hindi ko po na-encounter yan, sir.
Nothing further, Your Honors.
Before we let go of the witness, the presiding officer just has a few points. Number one, to clarify, Attorney Lotok,
Yes,
sa
po.
pagtatanong po ni Senate President Wen Gatchalian kanina,
Yes,
sa
po.
pagtatanong po ni Senate
Maliban sa
President
mga
Wen
salitang
Gatchalian kanina,
binanggit
sabi
o
niyo po,
sinambit ng ikalawang
maliban
Pangulo,
sa mga salitang
na may
binanggit o
nakausap na
sinambit
siya,
ng ikalawang Pangulo,
nagagawa nung
na
kanyang
may
kautosang
nakausap na siya, nagagawa nung kanyang kautosang patayin, di umano, ang tatlong opisyal ng bansa, wala po kayong hawak na ibang ebidensyang may kinausap na nga siya.
Insofar as the Cybercrime Division is concerned, sir. Opo.
Pangalawa po, sabi niyo po, sa ilang katanungan pinukul sa inyo, na hindi niyo alam kung totoo o hindi ang ilang mga sinabi ng ikalawang Pangulo. Sa video na napanood po ninyo ng isang beses, yung mahigit 2 oras, sa kabuuan po, totoo po yun. Ang kaya niyo lang pong sabihin na sinabi niya yon, pero kung totoo man yun o hindi, wala po kayo sa lugar sabihin na totoo nga ba lahat ng mga sinabi niya.
Well, una, since Vice Presidente siya at base doon sa circumstansya na galit siya at nagbabato siya ng mga pagmumura, we believe na totoo yung mga sinasabi niya, Your Honor.
And as an advisement perhaps to the senator judges and the public as well, an admission against interest, as mentioned in the rules, is nothing really special. An admission against interest under the rules is simply an exception to the hearsay rule, where a person who is about to die or is unavailable to testify, his statements against his or her interest may be admitted, testified to by another person, not the weight we seem to be giving admission against interest na para labag sa interest niya yun. Dahil labag sa interest niya yun. The rules are specific and the purpose also is specific. It is an exception rather, to the hearsay rule. If there are no other points or questions to be raised by any of the senator judges, Attorney, talagang photo finish. Senator Judge Padilla is recognized for his intervention.
Pwede po bang magtanong?
You have 2 minutes, sir. Yes, of course, sir. You have 2 minutes, sir. Yes, of course, sir.
Kanina po nabanggit kanina ng isang senador na meron pong dalawang kaso sa panahon ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte na inimbestigahan niyo po, isang 150 million, tsaka ano po yung isa?
Ang naalala ko, Your Honor, yung kay Mas yata, yung sa, hindi yung ako may hawak noon, Your Honor, hindi yung ang Cybercrime Division. I think ibang unit ang nanghuli, although ang Cybercrime Division yata yung nag-file. Pero hindi ako may hawak.
Hindi po panahon nyo. Pero ano pong nangyari doon? Na-dismiss po ba yun?
Ang alam ko na-dismiss yata, sir.
Nagsagawa din po ba sila ng masusing investigasyon?
Hindi ko po masasagot. Hindi ho ako nag-imbestiga, Your Honor.
Wala po kayong nabalitaan kung gumawa din sila ng masusing investigasyon?
Again, Your Honor, kung ibang unit ho ang nagsagawa noon, wala po akong personal knowledge.
Opo. Kasi po doon malinaw na mayroong involved na pera. Kasi alam niyo, matagal din po ako nakulong. 3 taon din po ako sa kulungan. Marami po ako nakasama dyan na mga hired killers. Katunayan, pati po hindi hired killers, nakasama ko din po dyan. Sila Tihanki. Katunayan, excuse po sa aking seatmate. Madami po talaga. Pag usapin po kasi ng pera, talagang may threat. Pero sa tingin po ba nyo yung mga nangyari nung November 23, birthday ko pa po yun.
Opo.
Sa tingin nyo po ba, walang involved na kahit anong pera dito, walang kahit anong threat pa rin po ba yun sa palagay ninyo? Kasi ang hired killer, pera-pera po yan, ha?
Based on our findings, grave threats, Your Honor, and inciting to sedition.
Meron po ba, inciting, okay, maganda pong pag-usapan yan. Doon po ba, pagkatapos po ba nung November 23 na mga sinabi ng ating Vice Presidente, meron po bang ginawa ang ating mga taong bayan para maging inciting for sedition? Nagbunga po ba ito?
Your Honor, ulitin ko po yung sagot ko. In the case of People versus Nabong, hindi ho necessary.
Pakisagot na lang po kung yes or no, kung meron po bang naganap na pagkilos ang mga tao.
Insofar as yung Seditious Act, wala kaming nakita, sir.
Wala po, opo. Meron pa pong isang tanong. Doon po ba sa mga naganap na maraming protesta, merong trillion march, merong kung ano-anong march, nakita niyo po ba doon ang Vice Presidente? Yes or no lang po?
Saan pong protesta, Your
Sa
Honor?
lahat po ng protesta na ganap, Dilawan, Pinklawan, Duterte, ano man po.
But wala akong personal knowledge, sir.
Yes or no lang po, nakita niyo po ba doon? Si Vice Presidente, nagsalita po ba siya? Nagbigay po ba siya ng panahon dyan sa mga yan?
Insofar as I'm concerned, wala akong nakita, sir.
Wala pong nakita. O lang po, maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Senator Judge Padilla. Attorney Lutok, you are excused and the court thanks you for your time and cooperation with this impeachment court.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
May I ask, good that the Honorable Defensor is standing up. Tomorrow, the subpoena for Attorney Lopez is only for today and tomorrow. The subpoena thus far, yesterday rather, and today. The subpoena for Captain Bello is for, no subpoena, but she is scheduled to testify tomorrow. So what is your pleasure, Honorable Defensor?
Your Honors, before we proceed any further, the prosecution respectfully requests for a 5-minute recess. Just 5 minutes, Your Honor.
You can do your thing, Honorable Defensor, while I recognize Senator Judge, with the permission of Senator Judge Cayetano, of course.
Maybe they can...
Can they do their thing?
Yes. I was going to suggest that. I have a question about tomorrow. Maybe the defense can do their huddle while I ask
Yes,
this
exactly the
question.
point. Exactly the
The
point.
question naman is...
Senator Cayetano, Alan is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. Senate President. This is addressed actually to the Presiding Officer, Senate Pres, and our colleagues. So, are we going to have the oral arguments tomorrow about
Yes.
the... So, I think we all received the...
Copies have been
copies
distributed. The
last night.
memoranda of the parties have been
Yeah.
distributed.
More or
to
less,
Senator
it's
Judges.
33 and 32 pages, so that's 60 pages. I'm beginning to study it today because I had to study about other matters tomorrow. So the second question is, while we will have the oral arguments tomorrow, will we decide as a body tomorrow, or we have a little bit more time to digest what was discussed tomorrow and then decide on
We will
Monday.
decide as a body tomorrow, because my understanding is the parties will be needing time to analyze whatever data will be produced should the subpoenas be granted.
But that is for article. The subpoenas, for
That is correct, Your Honor. That is for Article 2.
2, which we will start hearing in August, right?
As of now, it is the last one, but as we had talked
Yeah.
about earlier, the prosecutors can decide to bump it up depending on
Yes.
their strategy
So-
to present evidence.
No, so I'm not moving that we postpone the oral arguments tomorrow, because I think we're ready to listen. But I do want to make an intelligent decision, and there are many issues from the test nga of if it's definite, is it a fishing expedition, is 20 years, or, so there's so many issues. Would it be possible that we also have our own huddle tomorrow before we decide, just in case we're not, I mean, if everyone's ready to decide tomorrow, who am I to stop the decision? But I just don't want to make a mistake in deciding at medyo makapal tong assuming we read it once tonight, maybe once tomorrow.
The presiding officer yields to the Senate President with respect to the calling of a caucus tomorrow and what time. Para siya magpakain, hindi ako.
Yeah. Well, let me leave it to the presiding officer and Senate President. My proposal is after the oral arguments and after all the senator judges have asked their questions, just so that we have one more night or one weekend to go through it, and if we're not going to vote on it and we have a consensus, then no problem. And there's a precedent, because we did this during the time of the late Senate President Enrile, when it came to issues that were of utmost importance that could decide the impeachment trial results one way or the other, but that do have implications in terms of precedents, especially ito pinag-uusapan natin AMLA at saka BIR.
The Senate President is recognized to respond.
I share the same feeling with Senator Judge Alan Cayetano. I started reading both memos, and indeed it's quite lengthy and complicated, and we need to also consult our legal teams. So may I propose, Mr. Presiding Officer, to have a caucus tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that we can thoroughly discuss this.
After.
Mr. Senate President, I mean, I really thank you that twice already during impeachment, without talking, we have the same wavelength. May I propose that if we have a caucus after, just so that we can, for all we know, maganda yung discussion, and we're enlightened by the prosecution. And,
so during the break.
And to be honest, I'll probably still be reading this at 10 a.m. No?
If that is the pleasure of the body, we can have a caucus maybe after, no?
During the break.
After the oral arguments, we'll pause for a break and have a caucus.
We can call a longer break, Senator Judge.
Thank you,
right.
Senate President and Senator.
Is the Honorable Defensor ready after his 5-minute huddle?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I request the court to recognize the counsel for the panel of prosecutors, Attorney Lorna Pataho Kapunan, Your Honor.
Attorney Kapunan, counsel for the prosecutors, is recognized. What do you have for us, ma'am?
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Attorney Lorna Pataho Kapunan, counsel for the prosecutors, under the control and supervision of the House Panel of Prosecutors. If I may, Your Honors.
Please proceed.
I can see Senator Panfilo Lacson coming in. At narinig ko po yung kanyang interview nung sinabi po niya na baka magkaapo na tayo dito at magkaroon na ng national bird, hindi pa tapos ang impeachment trial na to. We have seen This is
Mami said national bird.
hindi po ba, Senator Lacson? Well, somebody who interviewed you said that you said that.
It must be another senator judge or another person.
Talking about birds. Okay.
Please proceed, ma'am.
I never talked about birds.
Then definitely my information was hearsay. In any event, in the last 4 trial days, we have had several hours of legal calisthenics, direct examination, cross-examination, and today we also had redirect and recross. A total of approximately 8 hours a day, and 2 witnesses. Today we are supposed to hear a subpoenaed witness, Attorney Zulaika Lopez. And after her, another witness, subpoenaed or called to appear here, Captain Belinda Bello. After hearing the 2 competent and credible witnesses, not expert witness, but through their credentials showed that they were competent to testify on the matters that they were asked to authenticate. After evaluating through these 2 witnesses, 19 documentary evidence from Agent Kalilong and 45 documentary evidence from our recent witness, Attorney Lotok. And after the very clarificatory and probing questions of our senator judges, after evaluation, and not only during this 5-minute huddle, pero hurdle na rin po yun. It is the wisdom of the public prosecutors as expressed through this representation that we find it totally unnecessary, redundant, and a surplusage to still present Attorney Zulaika Lopez and as well Captain Belinda Bello. Let me just state for the record the reasons why. Had we been able to present Attorney Zulaika Lopez, she would have proven 3 things, or we would want to have proven 3 things. First, that she was personally present inside that detention center when the Vice President uttered the video, Exhibit P-4-10, when she uttered the statements that she had contracted, that she had already contracted a killer, and you have heard this already before, and so on, to kill the President, the First Lady, and the Speaker of the House. That would have been the first offer of testimony, that she was personally present inside that detention center when the Vice President uttered those statements. Admitted already, admitted by no less than Attorney Vinluan here, who in his closing remarks or opening remarks mentioned more than 10 times that that press conference occurred, Attorney Zulueta and the Vice President was there, and that in that press conference or a live broadcast, the Vice President did utter the statements we have heard time and again, Exhibit P-4-10 Although Attorney Vinluan says yes, 10 times, I counted just now. I counted that the admission there as to the utterance was made 10 times. Although Attorney Vinluan did say that it is a matter of interpretation. He says that the Vice President did not act as Vice President when she made those utterances. He attempted to give a humane picture to the Vice President that she had reacted as mother, sister, brother? No. And that she was not reacting in her capacity as Vice President. But in that statement that Attorney Vinluan mentioned, there was admission as to the utterances being made more than 10 times. He said, our interpretation is wrong, but again, that is left to the discretion of this court. So that was the first offer. The fact that there were utterances made in a press conference and that Attorney Zulueta was president. No need to present Attorney Lopez for this purpose. Secondly, our second purpose was that Attorney Zulueta Lopez was not only present, but so were other media personnel present there who heard the utterances of the Vice President. And lastly, we would have offered Attorney Zulueta Lopez Zulaika Lopez to confirm the authenticity and the provenance of that video. Exhibit P-4-10. Totally unnecessary. Because, why? Because the defense themselves used the very same video, said exhibit, in their defense when they showed Attorney Zulueta crying and allegedly complaining about the violation of our human rights. So by their own admission, there is no question about this video. And so it is our contention, and we hereby manifest that with these admissions on file, and thank you to the senator judges for the clarificatory questions propounded. And I'd specifically like to say thank you to Senator Tito Sen, Vicente Soto, for, in his brief statement, by virtue of clarificatory, brought us back to what this trial is all about. We are not a criminal court, and much time has been spent. Is there grave threats? Is there inciting to sedition? All of this is relevant. But in the context of, is it by doing these grave threats and by inciting to sedition, does it make the Vice President a violator of the Constitution? Does it make her a violator of her solemn oath of office? Is this a high crime? Is this betrayal of public trust? That is what this impeachment is all about. It is not what Attorney Vinluan says. If it is grave threats, by all means, we admit. Prison, correctional, 6 months to 6 years. And that's a fine of 2,000 pesos. If it is sedition, the same. MTC should be trying these crimes, or the RTC. But that's not what this is all about.
Attorney Gapunan,
Okay.
with your indulgence, kindly
Last sentence.
take up the matter of the presentation of witnesses.
Correct.
Because that is the subject at hand.
So going back to why we are making this manifestation, we have said, and I have said on behalf of the public prosecutors, Your Honors, that we will no longer be presenting Attorney Zuluaga and Zulaika Lopez. And, Your Honors, in addition, because the testimony of Captain Belinda Bello is merely corroborative. She would have been presented only to corroborate the fact that there was a transfer order made in the detention center and that transfer order had been the subject of the video or press conference of November 23, 2024. And so, Your Honors, we are also no longer going to call as a witness Captain Belinda Bello. With that, Your Honor, I think the reminder of Senator Lacson that the accused, that the respondent is entitled to a speedy trial. The prosecutors would want this to be a reminder to all. We are doing our part. We have reduced trial dates by lessening our presentation on this article by 2 witnesses, Your Honor. And therefore, we would also request that the same be also a reminder to the defense counsels or the counsels for the defense. Your Honor, please, in my 48 years of practice as a private lawyer, and I'm grateful for this chance, I have learned 2 things in litigation. The first thing I have learned is, first, learn when to present and not to present a witness. And second, learn when to stop. And I think that should be our takeaway from this manifestation. We have decided from the evidence presented and from everything in consideration that we will not present these 2 witnesses. And on that note, I will also say we know when to stop. And this is where I stop. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Counsel, for the
comment. Mr. Presiding Officer.
Madaling malito kasi sa sinabi ni Ma'am Lorna.
Just a quick reply, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Yes, Senate President Gatchalian is recognized.
First of all, let me thank the prosecution for foregoing the 2 other witnesses that is supposed to be presented this week. I was actually talking to our presiding officer earlier on, and I was just computing the number of witnesses. Based on our pre-trial order, the prosecution will present 57 witnesses. The respondent will present 45 witnesses. That's a total of 102 witnesses. At the rate we are going of 2 days per witness, we will finish in 17 months. That's a year and a half. Or a year and 5 months to be exact. So any chance of shortening the proceedings will be highly appreciated. Thank you.
Presiding officer also thanks the Counsel for Private Prosecutors. So therefore, tomorrow, what is calendared for our agenda is the disposition of the 2 requests for subpoena by the panel of prosecutors, namely motion for the issuance of a subpoena for bank records and AMLC records, and a motion for the issuance of subpoena ducis tecum as well for the BIR records that we returned via a sealed box. Given that there are no other witnesses to be presented tomorrow, because Director Matibag was scheduled based on an earlier decision of the court on Monday, July 20. I hope we will have sufficient time to discuss these 2 subpoenas tomorrow in our trial. To remind, both parties shall be given 10 minutes to discuss the two motions, given that, and this will be discussed jointly already, given that you filed your respective memoranda jointly as well, discussing the two issues. You will be given 3 minutes by way of rebuttal and 3 minutes by way of sur-rebuttal, should it be necessary. Thereafter, the senator judges will proceed to discuss the matter in caucus and thereafter in plenary. Yes, Senator Judge Alan Cayetano.
May I just ask, through the presiding officer, is 10 minutes enough?
Your Honor, we will be raising our request to make it at least 15